What's going on, guys? Let's do a recap on the NASDAQ 100 today. Let's talk about how we want to approach the remainder of this week and next week. So let's be honest, February been a little bit choppy. If you kind of look at this daily chart that's in front of you here, you can see essentially since coming off the highs of 22,450, we've been in a range for the better half of a month and a half. Okay, all of January, the end of December, and pretty much all of February, we've just kind of went down and right back up. And we went down and right back up. And what you're noticing here is we've been putting in these lower highs. Now, with the tariffs, with everything that the Trump administration is doing, market, a lot of uncertainty. One thing, regardless if you've been trading for 30 years or you've been trading for 3 days, you know markets don't like uncertainty. We got a little clarification today with the tariffs. So we're going to do a what is it? What did he call it? There's the word, not mutual, reciprocal tariffs, right? So basically, let's just say specific country is going to charge us 15% tariffs. USA is going to charge them 15% tariffs. It's going to be equal versus allowing other countries to charge us a lot more than we charge them, right? So what that's going to do is it's going to create a negotiation stronghold, because if they don't like it, then what they're going to be forced to do, they meaning other countries, lower that tariff a little bit if they want USA to lower their tariff a little bit, right? Then everything's equal, because the way Trump sees it, the way a lot of, from a business standpoint, well, if you want to charge us 15%, well, why can't we charge you 15%, right? So it's going to create an equal playing field. And I think the market got a little bit of certainty. And definitely once that interview, once that press conference got released today, you really started to see, this is our daily candle, you really started to see our buyers and bulls start to really step up. Now, we're not completely out of the woods. One thing that I do want to keep in mind is, truthfully speaking, if you want to call it, you could be looking at a triple top here. And the triple top could easily fall all the way back down. It could be a strong rejection point. I could also make an argument that, we're looking at a little bit of an inverse head and shoulders, where's my drawing tool at? I can pull up my drawing tool very quickly here for you guys. Again, you can look at it from two different sides of things. Give me a minute while this drawing tool loads, but you can say, okay, shoulder, head, shoulder, and this is our flat line, and now we're going to break, back test, and start to run. Could that very well be the case? Absolutely. Again, depending on how you want to draw it up, if you kind of ignore this, could you say that this is a shoulder, head, shoulder? I don't know, not really, because I typically like to see the head a little bit higher than this, and then you would call this your flat line, and you would say we would just come down this way. So we're still in the middle of the road, but I like this candle close. Okay, I really like that candle close. We've got a nice flat top breakout here. If tomorrow, to close the week, and to remind you, tomorrow's going to be critical because markets are closed on Monday, right? Here in the United States, it's President's Day. Futures market will be open half day, but here's how I always approach holiday weekends. Typically, your big money players, your banks, your investors, your hedge funds, your big retail traders, if there's a lot of uncertainty in the market, they generally don't like to be holding long through a long weekend where anything can happen and then the position could just, gap down, right? You typically don't want to do that. So if you see a strong close tomorrow where we do break out of this triple top, and then we kind of pull back, but we close over this area, that's extremely bullish, because now we're going to start targeting that 22,450 mark. Again, kind of a stupid line I just drew. 450 is right there. Here's our flat top. So that would put us into this range. What you're going to want to see us close into that range and then potentially start to break these all-time highs. That's going to be exceptionally bullish for the market. I think that, we're going to get that next leg up, that continuation. So make sure if you are playing investments, you're going to really want to start taking some profits within the next quarter. And then, kind of allocate some different funds to different things. Now, if you're a day trader, it really doesn't matter if the market's going up or down. But I will tell you, when you have a market that's green one day and red the next day, and then green the next day, and then red the next day, and then red the next day, and then green, and it's a shitty market to trade, because you can start off the morning where things are very bearish, and then by lunchtime the market is just completely reversed, and then you know, the next day it opens up extremely bullish, and then by lunchtime the market's completely reversed and it's essentially going nowhere. So it makes it very difficult to kind of, you know, catch runners. It makes it very difficult even when you're scalping, because a lot of times when you're buying like the breakdowns, it's wicking you in and it shoots back up, right? Or you're buying the breakouts, it's wicking you in and shoots back down, and you're kind of getting, you know, just caught in the middle. So it's really a market right now until the market clearly shows us that we're breaking out or we're breaking down, that we need to take less trades. Not only do we need to take less trades, but maybe we need to tighten up our take profits. Instead of looking for your 15, 20, 30 point winners, maybe just dial it down to 4, 5, 6 points. Guys, if you can escape the day with a few $100s on a day, put it in your pocket and come back for better days, I think that February is going to continue to kind of play out this way unless we see a definitive breakout right here, right now, within the next 5 days. If we don't get that breakout within the next 5 days, where we're clearly showing a breakout, a backtest, a hold, consolidate, and go, then it's going to continue to be like this for the month of February, and we can expect better days in March. Typically February markets, you know, tend to pull back, tend to chop around a little bit. It's just like that. A lot of digestion coming into the new year, a lot of reallocations of things from the books of 2024 to 2025. Obviously this is a big year because we have a new administration in office, so there's a lot of changes within that first 100 days. But if you play out the first 100 days, that essentially takes us to mid-March, end of March, from when Trump took office. And again, we can start to see things start to pan out and start to level out and smooth out for March, April, May. And then things will kind of cool off again in June, July, August. And then things kind of ramp up again in September, October, November. It's just the way that it is. It's seasonality, it's markets, it's the way you want to trade it. So again, you're not always going to make $20,000 every single month. Some months you might make 5,000, but the next month you might make 25, right? So again, just balance yourself, stay in business, stay protected. And again, don't do nothing crazy. It's all about survival. So with that being said, if you guys enjoy this video and maybe you want to get current market updates on a day in and day out basis, and you know, not only chat but trade with myself and the team inside of Evolution Traders, you can definitely join my room. That link is down in the description box below. Also, if you guys need evaluation accounts, Apex 80% off. We've got a few days left. You can use code Anthony, DEE Anthony. You're going to save 80% off. That code is somewhere on the screen. It's also down in the description box below. I will see all of you guys on the next video.